January 12th, 2021. This has turned out to be a wonderful year. Still working on organizing the shop. There's been no progress made on any cars, but I'm getting the shop set up. That's a big old door. I'm getting moved in. I got a little seating area. When people come by. Got a little fridge. Cutest little fridge ever. Little fridge and freezer combo. Got some waters. Got some juices. Coca-Cola Classic. And the freezer, nothing. But there's a little freezer too, so cool. Got fire extinguishers. The absolute necessity in a shop like this. Fire extinguishers tucked away in every corner. So here's a little sitting area. You can come by, hang out. Good little spot. Brought some of the cars here so I don't sit out in the weather. Got the Jeep here. Gonna finish up some things on it. Get some wiring done. Some of the KC lights and extra little things like that need to be wired in. Tune the motor. Just get it running right. Get it on down the road. So it's here. Alright, well, we're talking cars. Got the Model A. Got the Cobra. A little dusty, but they're here. 1956 Willys. Just got this thing running, just got the motor in it. Still needs a little odds and ends. The wiring is just kind of spaghetti. Needs to be cleaned up, put in looms. The whole thing needs to be cleaned. It's just dirty. It's been sitting a long time. I've got a little hard top for it that makes it look like a little pickup truck. Hard doors and a hard top. And that top goes here and right down here. That roll bar stays on the outside. And so there's a little hard top here. And it makes it a little tiny pickup truck. It has hard doors. It looks really cool. So that's next. I'm gonna roll up the bikini top and roll up the soft top, put the hard top on it, and probably put it up for sale. Get this thing out of here. It's been a fun project. We still have another Jeep coming, a 1953 Willys station wagon that has a small block Ford and a 5-speed. Pretty nasty little engine combo for a 4-wheeler, but it's a cool original 53 Willys wagon. So that's coming after this. Plymouth is back there. Since my last video, I hate these little wheel dollies. They are the devil. I had this car on wheel dollies, and one of them kicked out and smashed the life out of my rear fender. This is loose. I guess this can, yeah, well, that's not even attached. Broke all that off. Ripped the metal back here. The sheet metal is ripped. there's a huge crack right here. Just bent. I bent it back out, but it took basically this section of the rear right here, and it folded it all the way in past the tire. So this was just folded in like a pretzel. Man, it really bothered me, believe it or not. It really upset me. So this is going to need some repair. And I was using these little troublemakers underneath each wheel. And the problem is the floor of this place has these gaps, and I think one of the wheels on one of those got caught and it just spit the other side out. This thing has a posi traction rear end, so when one wheel turns, the other wheel turns, and I think one wheel got caught and the other wheel just spit the dang dolly out. And really upset me, but that's okay. It's gonna need paint still. That's why you don't paint a hot rod before you're done building it. As soon as that happened, I looked at a friend of mine. He was in the shop with me helping me move it. And we were rolling it around, and the dolly bounced out, and it made a huge noise when it smashed the fender. And I was like, oh no, shoot. And he walked over and looked, and he's like, oh my gosh, it's all smashed. And I said to him, that's why you don't paint your hot rod before it's built. And it's just simple logic. So luckily, I didn't put a bunch of money in paint. This old girl's getting beat up. I had another problem when I was loading it up with the forklift, trying to put it in the trailer. I smashed the back of it over here also. Right here, got all dented. So this thing's been taking a beating the last couple months, but it's coming along good. I've got all the parts. I've got the little couplers for the steering finally. That's this little rod here. So the tie rod ties in, and then it ties into the rack and pinion. So I finally got those. And new drive line is here. It's in there. Everything's just in the trunk. Geez, even my little thing of bolts. When we decided to move shops, I just kind of loaded the trunk and just packed it in and took off. So here we are. I've been working on the wiring a little bit. This whole cluster is the headlights and blinkers, running lights, things like that. I wanted to just clean them up, and this whole the lighting sucks, but this whole underneath the dash is just a mess. So I'm going to spend a good bit of time going through the wiring and cleaning everything up and making everything run to the proper position, and just clean it up and tuck it under the dash nice. So I still have to do the fuel system on this. I have to put in a fuel pump, wire in a fuel pump, do all the lines, everything to the carb. Other than that, I think she's ready to run. I brought the Mustang. I discussed the Mustang recently. It's coming, and it's here. It's a, I don't know the year. I think it's a 1965 GT. has the front. This thing came out of a garage and it had sat for a long time. We had the motor rebuilt. It's a 347 stroker. Not much to see, just a basic small block Ford. But it's a 347 stroker with a C4 transmission and real air gap hood, not just for show. Let's see. It's a super straight car, super clean car, amazing car. California edition. Okay. Harley Davidson went by. Okay. California edition has the built-in wing in the back. Somebody changed the tail lights. Very cute, but that'll be changed back. I have the proper tail lights for it. So it has the fin in the back. Has the air gap. Really nice inside. Nice black leather, pony edition interior. Everything's in very nice condition. The paint's not perfect. The paint shows some age. It has some cracking. It has some, like here, it's coming apart at that joint. It just has some defects. Otherwise, it's a really nice car. So this is the next project. This car is very complete. It runs. It has a nasty motor in it. This car just needs to be reassembled. This was somebody's project that ran out of time or ran out of space or whatever it was, and I bought it. I bought it non-running with just a trailer full of parts, and I've been assembling it. But so far, everything's there. Very clean, very original, great little car. Okay, so that's pretty much what's at the shop right now. I've been doing a lot of organizing. I still have a lot of a mess. I got the tools here. I bought some shelving. I have this tool cart here is going to be set up with this toolbox over here that has pretty much one of everything, except it's an absolute mess. As you can see, I need to organize it. I have this other tool cart, which is going to be at another station. This one was the same amount of a mess, but I've taken my time, I've organized it, I set it up. So I want to have one full set like this at each station. I want one here, I want one here, and ultimately this will be a third station, although this is very temporary. This thing is almost done and it's going to be gone. But I'll have 3 main stations. I think I'm going to put a 2-post lift in that corner so that I can take off bodies, do framework, things like that. So that's what I'm doing with the organizing. On the back wall, all the way across the back wall, I'm going to do probably a 3-foot counter so that there's plenty of workspace and some sort of, probably just 2 or 3 big drawers underneath for random stuff. And then I have the shop toolbox. This toolbox will have everything. So if you need an extra, whatever, an extra 10 millimeter, everyone needs an extra 10 millimeter. One of these boxes will have it. And also random parts or big parts, specialty parts, the giant monkey wrench, the 2 1/8 inch socket, whatever, that'll go in here. We're going to do chemicals along the top. This will be the 1947 Plymouth. We'll go here. 1964 Impala will be here. 1965 GMC is going to go here. So we're going to organize all the parts to go with each vehicle. Make it real easy to find the parts and go through and see what you have, see what you don't have. This engine is a basic stock 302. 86, 89 Ford Mustang, I'm not sure, somewhere in there. Probably before 89, 86, 85, carbureted 302. It's rebuilt completely, pretty much stock. It's something we bought thinking we had a project and that fell through, so the engine sits here, and someday we'll find something. This motor is a 427 cubic inch small block Chevy. Yeah, all you see is a bag, but it's going to go in the Impala. It's a 650 horsepower naturally aspirated small block. Should be pretty nasty. I have the Sniper EFI kit. Actually, a couple of these Sniper EFI kits for the Cobra and for the Impala. So I'll run that system and should be able to make about 650, 675 horse. And the Impala will be coming as soon as either one of these are done. I'm not sure which. I think the Mustang will be done first. If the Plymouth is done first, then the Impala will go there. It doesn't really matter, but as soon as one of these are done in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, it's, January 12th, I believe, the second Tuesday of the month, 2021. So I assume by the beginning of February, one of these will be done and out of here, and I should be able to bring the 64 Impala over and start working on it. And that's going to be a pretty radical car. That car is going to get a full suspension, everything front to back, spindles, drop spindles, springs, A-arms, everything. Just everything you can think of. Sway bars, lowering kit, pretty radical motor. I have the transmission also. Another black bag. I'm not trying to do this as a weirdo. They're just wrapped up from the builder. But this is a Turbo 400 with the line lock, trans brake, a bunch of other go fast goodies in it. So it's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be a pretty wild car. It's going to be a street car. Going to do like probably 20-inch wheels, low. I think white paint, teal interior, something like that. Let me know what you think. 64 Impala, tell me your thoughts on paint and interior. I'd love to know. We're not absolutely sold on anything, and the car's not in the paint shop yet, so let me know what you think. So that's what's going on. I got the shelves up and the cars are here. Got a lot of organizing to do. Figured out a lot of the lights. Still have a pile of mess here. But once the shelving is in and once that back counter workspace is in, we'll be able to organize things really good. Alright, well, that's what I'm doing. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And please hit that like button. Please hit me a comment. Let me know you're watching. Ask me a question. I read the comments. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing and what's going on, please feel free to ask. I'll answer them. Okay, thanks for watching.